press conference of screen stars. A bunch of young and talented actors who certainly have a great future, as I understood. You have had busy days, and it means that these young actors, they have met the casting directors, agents, and they have been doing a casting workshop. Please, I think that in order to start, tell me, each of you, a little bit about this experience that you had during these last 2 days. And we start from that corner, from where we have this wonderful actress from Lithuania, as I understand. Gelmine.
Hello. So yeah, it was a great experience. For me, it's first time in such a event, or I have been in many festivals, but not like because I think I'm not the only one, but who is not representing any movie here. So it's quite sad, but also I'm very happy that I can be here. And I really enjoyed the masterclass that we had, and also it was really useful experience to get know with all the agents and casting directors, and I'm very happy that I'm here.
What is the most important thing that you learned, either from Steven Perstein, the American director who gave the masterclass, or from the casting directors?
Yeah, I think I'm not allowed to say it because, yeah, I think it was like inside thing, so it's a secret, but it was very useful thing.
Okay, now we go to Germany. The Louis.
Yeah.
Is it the right way to pronounce your name that is not very German?
Louis.
Yes.
No, in German it would be
right. This is almost like a French name.
It is French. Well, written in a French way, and it would be Ludwig in German. But we have a lot of Louis in Germany. So.
Yeah, my brother is called Louis as well.
Okay, good point.
No. And it's pronounced Louis, but I don't care about Louis, or I'm fine with that. I just want to say, I think the main thing is what we learn these days is like embrace yourself, and don't let yourself reduce. Don't let people reduce yourself on your biography and your photo. Like, tell a story and do something for your career. Like, be active, I think.
What is your story?
My story is that, well, it was quite early when I figured out that I really, really wanted to do this kind of job, I think. And that's something I think that is extraordinary, that my parents didn't push me into it, and that I said at the age of 11 that I really want to do this, and had a lot of ambition at that age. And but I don't have a very touching story. Like, I haven't lost anyone in my
Okay, but
lifetime.
anyway, you are a wunderkind.
Wunderkind.
Who started very early and then are going to have a bright future.
Well, we're working on it.
Okay, let's move further. Lena, who is also from Germany.
Yes.
And also with great experience already.
Yeah, my story is different from Louis, but I'm working on it as well. But yeah, I'm coming more from a stage background. I started very early, just in a private way in school. But I went to drama school a few years ago, and yeah, now I'm starting kind of. Looking for experiences in the on-screen way. So I'm very, very proud and very nice to meet everyone here, and it's a nice experience. And my movie is shown here as well. And yeah, I just want to see what it's coming in the future.
But Can you name this one thing that that you really learned from Tallinn?
What I learned, basically it's nothing new, but it's always good to be reminded about the most important fact that you have to be active, like seriously active of doing and producing and, you know, selling yourself, but not overselling or underselling, but really see yourself as a unique character to show the world that you are important and what you have to say is important. And of course, we all are connected to this kind of area. This is why we meet up here. So, but sometimes in our human way, we forget that we have our own purpose, and especially when we work with people, some of us get insecure. So this is what I learned, to get reminded about the fact that I have to support myself in the first place, and then everything else comes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We move further, and we have here Maiken from Estonia. She's almost in every recent Estonian film. So you are really well known in Estonia. Why it was important for you to come to this event, where with this slight opportunity to find a connection to foreign market?
At first, I must say that I'm really happy that this thing just came to me, or people are doing things for us when we're really lucky, because it's the first time in PÖFF, this program. And we are really lucky to be the first one, or the chosen one, but we are not definitely the special one. We are just we happen to be here. But I wanted to also say what I feel that it's what is the most important thing that I've learned. First of all, I agree with all the previous people, and I feel that we met some American people and Europe people, very famous one, and hard-working people. And I understand that in some way we are really different from example from America. Of course, we can't act 100% like they are. The industry is so much different. But in the same time, so far I've always thought that if I see some American movie, then I think that it's some other world, and it's not us, and it's never going to happen. And of course, right now I'm not seeing myself in Hollywood, and then it's I can't say it's not going to happen, but I'm not naive. But I can see now that it's not a dream anymore. It's all over the same thing, that you just have to work really hard, and you have to have luck. But Hollywood people are not miracle people. They're just really hardworking, or in the right time, in the right place. And that's as simple as it is.
Thank you. Hendrik, also from Estonia, and with a great extensive experience in Estonia. Did you really learn something new, because you've had also some international experience from Russia, where you studied?
Yes, hello. Well, yeah, I think I learned, because when I say that, I'm also really happy that it's happening in Estonia and for the first time, and hopefully it has a great future, this program. Because we don't have agents here. We don't do much castings, because in Estonia everybody knows everybody. But I think we are moving towards it, because the borders have opened, and Estonian film business is developing. So it means that we have to know about those things, how castings take place in States, in England, or in Western Europe. and of course, yeah, I learned. I think the most important thing I learned, or I just got confirmation, is that don't let yourself put into the box. Yeah, I would summarize it with this little sentence.
Okay, thank you. And now we are moving to the youngest of our screen stars, Rosa,
Yeah.
from Finland.
Yeah.
So, what did you learn?
This is not like the most important thing maybe, but I learned how to make like a good show reel and that kind of stuff, because in Finland we also have this like that little circles that maybe we don't like need those when just like working in Finland, but like we got some very great tips for like how to choose like the best scenes to that show reels and everything like that, I think. Yeah, from the agents and casting directors.
You are studying now international business, as I understand.
Yeah, but at the high school, so that's kind of my, just like the kind of main subject.
And they all, it's open when somebody would make this big offer to play in a big movie, then you would choose the acting and not the business.
Yeah, of course. The business is just like, I don't know. It was just like one thought that maybe I should like go and study that. But yeah, of course, acting.
Okay, and last but not least, as they say, our neighbors from south, from Latvia.
Yeah. Hello.
In order not to make a mistake, Elina, then,
Right.
who was already a big star at Berlin Film Festival. Is it right?
Well, in that case, I'm not the only one. We have one big star, or actually 7 stars here, and yeah, we were there together with Luis. In Berlinale, the Shooting Stars.
So, what about your experience in Tallinn?
Yes. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank National Film Center of Latvia so that I can be here.
And your parents?
And my parents, yeah. 23 years ago, even more. But from this, I think there are a lot of advantages for this program. First of all, that there is one, especially for for actors from Estonia and Lithuania and from Latvia and also from Finland and Germany too. But it's just because we don't really have agents, so you have to work very hard to get one, so that someone noticed you, and this helped. This program, this platform, and from workshops with Steven, I think he just gave us more or less like the right attitude for everything we do. Going to castings or meeting directors, producers, and so on. So yeah, really looking forward also to work on mine show reel, or it's also with we had some great tips for self tapes.
How to do that? Please, let's explain it to
Yes.
our audience.
Well, for instance, I'm based in Riga, so whenever I have a new upcoming project and they'd like me to put myself on tape, I have to do it not all alone, of course, with help from others, but my agent, he's from Germany, so more or less I'm doing that work.
You are the lucky one who has already an agent.
Yeah. Well, and
By the way, who else has an agent already?
Yes, too.
Okay.
can you share
The other one.
Yeah. So yeah, and just to how to do, because it's very important to not because every like casting director or directors and producers, they have so much work to do, so that for you just to be sure that everything you send out is the best thing you send out, and it's correct, and there's what they've been looking for. So yeah, have to work on that.
Hopefully some envious young actors and actresses are watching you right now over our web podcast or broadcast. And now you had this chance to meet these world-class professionals. What is the very concrete piece of advice you would give to all other of your young colleagues, what they should do tomorrow in order to be successful?
I guess I should start again. So I think it could sound cheesy or something like that, but I think the main advice would be just believe in yourself. And
okay, but they believe that this is very good.
Okay, then
but tomorrow,
my advice would be don't believe too much in yourself. Yeah, but as all the agents and casting directors told to us, you just gotta go out there. And I really liked the example one of the agents told us that when he was 8 years old, his grandmother said to him, if you want a girlfriend, you have to get out of your house. So, yeah, so I think that's the metaphor, of course, but
Now he's a girlfriend.
now he has a girlfriend. Yeah, but that
No,
would be
okay,
my advice. Get out of your
We got
house.
this first advice. Go out of your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take
And
risks.
take risks.
And take risks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can continue with, I mean, there's also like two ways how I see it. First one is you get lucky because you have one good feature film, for instance, or two or whatever. And it's premiered or screened in very good festivals. And I mean, there's a possibility that any agent or casting director might see this film and be interested in you. And the other way, or the other thing to do is also to send your reel and your CV and so on to agents with whom you'd like to work. But you know what the agents we have here told, it was Molly, I guess, she said, please do a research before about these agents. I mean, all of us have our favorite actors, and maybe we can just search who's their agent. It doesn't really mean that you will get one, you will have the same one, but you know, just to start. And I mean, a lot of them are very open, so in case you just write them and they don't really feel like they could represent you, they might just tell someone else. And because you know, they know each other too. I mean, the agents, all of agents, not all, okay, yeah, but and then they can just send you to someone else, and it might work.
Luis, would like to add?
Well, I think we're probably talking to people that have no experience, have no stuff to send someone, have no CV, have no video of their themselves. So I think either you get lucky you have the luck to be, I don't know, like recognized on the street and asked to do a film, but that hardly ever happens. So educate yourself, get an education, like go to a theater school, to a drama school. That's the normal way to do it. I mean, I didn't do it. I started when I was 11, but when you're 18, it's very hard to get into like the business. It's almost impossible. It almost never happens without any education. So I think if you really want this, you should educate yourself. And if there's no drama school in your country, take the risk. Move somewhere else.
Let's make it clear.
Yeah.
Why one need an agent?
Well, I don't have an agent, but I tried after drama school getting involved into projects, and some countries have a very strong system, a very strong surrounding of people. But also in Hollywood, it's kind of a family, you know? You're not invited by it like, come on, you're new, come in. It's not like this. But you have to work hard and get attention. And if you can't get it, you have to search for an agent, you know? Because these jobs are protected from the system as well. So if people who are working in it, giving it to some agents, and they spread it to their clients. So I think this is an easier way to express it, because some jobs you can find and can get lucky, because some are lucky to, you know, get recognized on streets, some, but not all of us. So I think you just have to, like Louis said, educate yourself. This especially means as well, go to theaters, watch movies, go to open panels and talk about and ask questions, be curious about this adventure, what we actually want to be part of. Because representing people in our country, or people from all over the world, to play them, to share their lives with everyone else, means that you have to know life and people. So be curious, and I think this is very important. And having an agent is an addition to getting extra sprinkles on your ice cream, you know, like finding the sprinkles and then you have to eat it by yourself, but still. And it's sweet, it's nice. But still,
they're delicious.
Yeah, Rosa.
And I think that it's good to have like agent in your own country too, because they usually have connections to other like countries agents, and you get like so much easier some roles from like to other countries as well, and that's why it's kind of good to have it.
Well, as I understood, for actors from small countries like our Baltic countries are, the idea of having an agent is basically a hope that you can go to international arena, because in your home country it works more or less well. But if I'm going...
Yeah, well, hopefully something good will rise from this program, and maybe one day, I don't know, maybe all Baltic states together, or we have one agent who is working with us, because Estonian lonely, or Estonia only is too small for agents, or I don't know. It's just a...
I think this is a call for this enthusiastic entertainment businessman or woman in the Baltic countries start an agency.
The thing is that the agent should come actually maybe even from outside of the Baltic states, because agent is a person who has to know others. He has to know people. That's how the business works.
The agent is a person with the connections.
Yes. Yeah. And if it just I don't know, choose simply one Estonian who should be one, then I doubt that he will have those connections right away. So it has to be somehow connected to larger companies or larger agencies in, I don't know.
But
Well,
okay, yeah,
in
please.
Scandinavia. Or,
Well, you know, some countries started small as well. You know, Ingrid Bergman went to America. Diane Kruger went to France, and over this went to America. So sometimes, if you don't have a chance, just do anything. I mean, like Louis said, then move. Some countries, I mean, I'm coming from a small town from northern Germany as well, and some have not the privilege to live there every single day for the rest of their life. So that when they want to have good money and jobs, they have to move to bigger cities as well. This is environmental. I mean, this is
your
Yes.
story.
but
yeah, of course. I'm just, you know, trying to you know, see what choices you have.
But this actors in Scandinavia, this agency, it also started basically from nothing. They had nothing in Finland, they had nothing in Sweden. Then they started doing it, and now it's quite huge, and it's working with Hollywood, and I think the Estonia and all the Baltic states all together, and I don't know, actor from Russia as well can be somehow connected to these agencies. We have opportunities. We have like potential.
Okay, you and Maiken, you have already kind of guaranteed career in Estonia. You are well-recognized actors in Estonia. But if you have this dream of an international career, what will you do tomorrow besides the fact that you are getting up from the bed and going out?
Fix my showreel.
Showreel,
Yeah.
okay. And Maiken?
I don't even know. Yeah, fix my showreel also, and fix my English, learn languages, educate myself more. I think after theater school, things have maybe settled too much for me. Like I've done things, and everything has been really interesting, and I really appreciate living in Estonia because we can do so many different things, theater and cartoon reading and everything. But yeah, I think that these 2 days have been very inspired me to learn more and to do more and to have more goals. Yeah.
And again, go to some more festivals.
Yeah.
Okay, this is basically it means that the festivals very often invite only director and producer. Now you are going to your director and saying it's unfair that you are going alone.
Yes. That's true.
Well, it happens like this not because of director or producer. It's just, you know, for the most part, the festival invites only 1 or 2 people, and you know, I'm sad to admit this, but director goes to festivals way more so like
But
more
then-
often than
But then, believe me, if you are coming with some support from your home country, would it be company or some public institution who would fund your journey to a festival, then festivals will be only happy to have nice people. Because very often the directors are not so beautiful and they are not so elegant like you are. So you can be always a star of the festival. But now, it might be that some director or casting director is right now watching you. Can you describe what would be your dream role in the next movie? What kind of character you would like to do in your dreams?
My favorite movie is Basketball Diaries. Oh, my favorite movie is Basketball Diaries with Leonardo DiCaprio. Are you right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's about him kind of becoming a drug addict. And if I could choose, I would. And if that film didn't exist, I would choose a role like this, I think.
Okay, Gelmine?
I have to think about 1 minute, and then I will say.
Okay, we're coming back to you. Then who's next?
It's very cheesy, but I'm a big fan of Jane Austen. I love Pride and Prejudice. I would love to get, be
Beautiful
part of.
dresses.
No, not dresses, but I like Shakespeare. That you can use this material in nowadays and see what it leads to, and that you learn something from the history, and some stuff shows up again and again. And I like to live in that time, to have created a real stage, not living in nowadays. So creating something like you do on stage. So this is what I'm interested in.
It's always a hard question, and I never want to say the names that inspire me or what is the ideal role, because I think sometimes it like narrows it. But I had some thoughts in my mind that if I think about movies I like, then especially like more psychological movies, and where there's a lot of analysis and human feelings and relationships. And for example, my favorite movies are Blue Valentine and
Mine too.
Yeah, and Broken Circle Breakdown. When you unfortunately I can't remember the directors' names, but there's so much honesty in those movies, and I would like to work, or I would like to be part of this process. So yeah, that would be my next dream.
Well, I have worked in theater now for almost 10 years and done some films as well. So, and one thing that I've understood is that I think there isn't actually one favorite role or imaginary, I don't know, something I would really want to do. Every role can be interesting. It depends. And everything depends on the people you are working with and on the material. But you can think every role interesting to yourself. Yeah.
I'd like to do some action movie. I don't really watch them not so often, but and I'd like to do some very extreme stunts and something like that, shoot people and everything cool. I don't know why. It would be cool.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd like a character who's a dancer, whether she's a contemporary dance or ballet. Yeah, something with dancing, and just to, I just imagine all the effort you put in to just prepare the role, and it's something that stays also after shooting it, and I mean, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. It would be a very delightful experience for me. Yeah.
And now we're moving back to Gelmine.
Yeah, okay, my minute is gone, and I know the answer would be it would be really interesting for me to act in some kind of I really love also all those psychological movies, but I would love to do something that I've never done before. For example, to act some psychopath or serial killer. Yeah, something like you.
So you would like to be ugly?
Yeah. But actually, I was ugly in my last movie, and it was really a nice experience. But yeah, for real.
I think that none of us is afraid to be ugly. Otherwise, if you are, then you most probably shouldn't act.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, maybe from the audience we have now some question. Yes, please.
So you talked a little bit then about roles that you'd like to take on. Is this on?
Well, we can hear you.
Could you It is on. Yeah. Okay. Could you tell us a bit about any roles that you do have coming up? Any new projects that you're working on soon?
I can answer first. This one movie is coming up next year's, I don't know, fall. Yeah. And I'm playing with this one girl who gets pregnant, and then I decide to keep the baby, and everything happens, but it's very, very cool story. But I don't know if that's going to be shown in here, Estonia. But at some
Finnish
countries,
film.
yeah. But
Who's
it's also
directed?
like Selma Vilhunen, but it's also like Swedish and Dutch production. So it's international kind of, but don't know if that's going to be here. But yeah, that's the one.
Okay, Elina.
Okay, yeah. For me, I guess most interesting of my upcoming projects, one of them is a TV series where action or the story takes place in Latvia and United Kingdom, and it's like a sort of a spy story or something. And yeah, it's right after World War II. So yeah, that is one thing. And then not this year, but I guess
But
next
whom
year.
you're playing in this series? Who's your character?
Well, she's a young woman who works together with I don't know the right word in it's not really like spies, but the ones that were also defending. They thought they were defending Latvia's independence when Latvia was already occupied by Russians, and they were just hiding in the woods, and she's the one who just contacts with them and then bring them information, food, and so on. Well, that's one thing, and yeah, not this year, but I guess next year I'll have to learn German. Yeah, I'm going to be a German soldier. So yeah, that's also I'm very looking forward to this.
Is it
So
a German
there's-
film?
Yeah, a
Who's the
German
director?
I can't really say that much about it because there's still. So yeah, and I mean that's also great. I'd like to do something with dance, but you see, I also
Yes.
I'll have to learn German now. And
Oh, you
So-
have such a difficult life.
sometimes.
Elina, wir können ja auch schon anfangen, einfach jetzt Deutsch zu reden. Das ist ja kein Problem.
Ja.
Wirklich. Also.
Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is in autumn, next autumn, there will be Estonian, the largest TV series which has been done in Estonia, called Pank, and I'm one of the, how do you call them, banker? Yeah,
Yeah.
investment banker there. Yep, doing that. It's quite interesting, shooting it right now. So.
It's amazing how everyone is doing series now, and how like the huge European series boom is happening. Because I have a series actually being released on Friday. It's the first German Netflix series, and it's called Dark, and it's quite dark.
So what's the story, basic story, and who's your character?
Well, it's centered around 4 families in a small town of Germany, and they're being set on a frantic hunt to because 2 children disappear, and then it kind of evolves into a mystery, sci-fi, thriller, crime.
Like a strange thing
happening.
in Germany.
Well, thanks for the comparison. Yeah, well, we get that a lot, yeah. When we first heard about the comparison, we were kind of angry about it, because, of course, the scripts were already written when Stranger Things came out, and then suddenly you have a project that is so similar to us, but, they have an underworld, and we don't. We have time travel in our series. and I think that's kind of different, and yeah. And then I had this beautiful project this year. I'm very happy to be part of. It's the third film by Ray Fiennes, which will be out next year, I think. Hopefully, no, eventually.
Yeah, and I have. Okay, not I have, but there is a movie that will be released next year. I think in autumn. It's called Summer Survivors, and it's basically a road movie which are talking about mental health. And I'm playing there. My character is a girl who is dealing with depression, and I'm already very proud with that movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I feel that it will be a good one, and I think that it's very important to talk about those kind of things in movies and also everywhere, because, for example, Lithuania is like in the first place in that, I don't know how to call, by rate of suicide. Yeah, we are in the first place in the world. So it's a huge problem, all this mental health, depression, alcoholism, and so on. So I'm very proud also to be a part of that project.
Okay, thank you. And we have Lena and Maiken.
Oh yes, sorry, my phone is ringing.
You have already a film here.
Yes, my movie is showing here, and in January the theatrical release is coming. For now, I'm having nothing really big coming up. I'm actually having some things going on for my show reel to make, and I'm planning on, applying to an agent, doing this for the first place, and I have some audition for theater, but I can't say anything, because I like to play on stage as well. So this is actually something I really are fond of. So this is but I can't say anything because it's just, in some weeks and months, especially after Christmas, because so many things are busy. Because I'm a stilt walker as well, and yeah, Christmas time is very busy of that. So, yeah.
I had a quite small part in one Estonian Icelandic movie, and it's gonna be released in January, I think. And also right now we are doing one quite big Estonian movie. It's called Truth and Justice.
It will be a massive movie.
Yes, but the hopes are really high, so we are really under pressure every day. But yeah, it's I think for Estonian it's a really big thing because it's a really knowable and honored author, Tammsaare, and we're really all hoping that it's going to be something big, and it has been the greatest experience for me to be part of it. And my third part or role right now for the next, I don't know, 1.5 years is to become a mother. So I think that's the biggest one.
Now, this is very important too. Okay, I wish you all the luck. And with, do you have a question? Yes, the last one.
I came from Moscow, and my question's for everyone. Do you know a Russian movie? And would you like to job in Russia? Because Russia is a big market and have many movie companies, and many European actors have a good job in Russian films.
Of course. I mean, of course, we would like to have work there. If it's just, again, I don't know, we have to communicate somehow.
And which directors do you know and do you want to work? Zvyagintsov,
Serebrennikov, for example.
My friend is Serebrennikov.
Is he out now?
We can't talk about this press conference.
But yeah, for me, yeah, I always thought that you are our neighbors and you have really a big history of movie making. But the first thing what comes to my mind is the language barrier, and because it's so different and a difficult language. But definitely, of course, we can always be part of Russian movie to act. To be Estonian in that movie, like you don't have to know the language.
Estonians are usually Germans and bad Germans.
Latvians too.
Lithuanians too.
Yeah, I
So
actually,
we have something in common, you know.
I actually shot the film by Ray Fiennes in St. Petersburg, partly, because it's about Rudolf Nureyev, the ballet dancer, and therefore we had to shoot some scenes in St. Petersburg as well. But it was no, it was not a Russian production. It was like a co-production of Russia, France, Serbia, and the UK.
Okay, but now our time is up. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the luck. Certainly that soon all those offers will come through internet. You will get those phone calls. So good luck. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you very much.